So this is my 30-second rant on batteries. If you look around my studio, you'll notice that I have a mixture of old and new equipment that I use when I'm creating stuff, and I still use the old equipment. So you know, the new equipment's here, it's fantastic, and I do use the newer stuff a hell of a lot. But the old stuff still has its place to play in the music I create. And one of the things I do now, and this really is a lessons learned log, is that as soon as I buy a piece of legacy equipment, and I collect some of this stuff as well, is I always change the battery. And I do that because I've been burnt. I bought this M1 about 2 years ago. I've had an M1 in the past and I sold it, and I sort of acquired another one, which was this one. And I've been working on something, and then literally overnight the battery died. I went away on holiday, came back, and everything I've been working on had lost. So put a new battery in it and had to start again, which was a real pain. So I now have the policy, when I buy a new piece of equipment, I just replace the battery before I even start doing anything creative with it. It has a couple of advantages. Number one, it wipes out all the sounds that were on the keyboard created by its former owner, and quite often that's not a bad thing, because it forces you to create stuff from scratch and obviously learn how the synthesizer works. It resets all the settings back to the factory settings. So if you open the manual on page 1 and it says your MIDI channel will be, that's what it is. It hasn't been mucked around with, so it makes it far easier to connect it up to your computer setup and your MIDI rig. And it also gives you peace of mind that any work you're doing on one of these pieces of equipment is going to be there tomorrow. And that really is sort of where I come from. I need to know it's there tomorrow. So my policy is replace the battery as soon as you can. They're not expensive. I live in the UK. You can pick 2 of these batteries up in Halfords for £5. Do not buy batteries off the internet at $10 or whatever it is each, because you're being fleeced. You can pick them up at any good auto store, car shop, because they tend to be the same batteries that power the key fobs that most cars use for entry and exit. So there you go, my 30-second rant on batteries.